At the club, preparations are made for Danny and Cricket's wedding. In one of the suites, Lauren helps the bride calm her nerves. Christine can't believe it. As of today, she will officially be Christine Romalotti. Downstairs, Daniel teases an emotional Danny, and they discuss Lucy being too sick to come. Daniel and Michael look up as Phyllis approaches and tells Danny if he really cared, he'd postpone. She suggests Lucy doesn't have the flu, but is allergic to his bug-to-be. Danny, Michael, and Daniel work to get rid of Phyllis. Her son takes her aside and warns she doesn't get to ruin his dad's big day. As they go off, Danny tells Michael his wedding has to be perfect for Cricket. Suddenly, Danny's sister Gina appears, and they share an embrace. Upstairs, Nina surprises Christine, who has just found out the wedding planner is sick and can't be there. She happily embraces her best friend. Nina tells Christine how much she loves her and Danny. She couldn't come to her bachelorette, but she wouldn't miss this. Nina tears up over Chance before talk turns back to the magical day. Downstairs by the door, Phyllis mocks the wedding to Daniel, who tells her she won't mess up this day for them. He sends her up to her room and warns he doesn't want to see her again today. Upstairs, Lauren and Nina give Christine her Something Old, which is one of Danny's old cassettes, her Something New, which is a hula girl to represent their first wedding in Hawaii, her Something Borrowed is a bracelet Michael gave Lauren after a fight, and her Something Blue is a lacy handkerchief. A bouquet of flowers arrive, with mums, and Christine starts sneezing. They assume they're from Phyllis and toss them out. The bug starts to itch. Daniel rejoins Danny, Michael, and greets his Aunt Gina, who promises to cook for him and Lucy. Tessa walks in, and Gina says she's heard a lot about her. Daniel scrambles to downplay this, and talk turns to the song they're going to play. Amy arrives with Nate, and Gina's thrilled to see her and to meet Nate Hastings' son. Tracy, Diane, and Esther arrive. Jack's crushed that he can't make it. Abby and Devin are next to arrive. Daniel asks Tessa if his family is too much. She says she's great but almost cancelled, but she could miss the chance to sing for the rock star. By the stairs, Danny and Gina are dismayed to see Phyllis again. She reminds them she lives there. Tracy and Michael hope that Phyllis won't pull something awful. At that very moment, upstairs, Nina is urging Chris to get in the shower. Lauren takes off and Nina gives her bestie a pep talk. Downstairs, Gina lays into Phyllis before giving up and walking away. Danny tries to reason with the redhead, who insists she's not doing anything. Happily, Lauren comes along at that very moment and pulls Phyllis away to chastise her for the flowers she sent. Red insists she didn't send them. Kane Ashby appears and Danny tells Gina that he owns the club now. Amy corners him and Nina, who has come downstairs, joins the confrontation. Kane apologizes for their sons' deaths and says he made donations in their name. Amy sneers at him thinking money can make it right. Nina expresses her anger and Amy her rage. Nina hollers that his ego created that circus. Neither man needed to be there. Their grief will never leave them. Phyllis appears with Lauren and tells Kane they should go. Kane promises the women he will never forget. Gina snarks. It looks like Phyllis found her next victim. As they go, Lauren takes Gina upstairs, and Abby checks in with Amy. Upstairs, Gina, Lauren, and Nina are pleased to hear that Christine's itching has calmed down. Lauren says Phyllis claimed to know nothing about the flowers. Chris learns that Nina confronted Kane along with Amy. More flowers arrive. They're from Paul, who is wishing them a lifetime of happiness. In another suite, Daniel helps Danny fix his tie. His father worries today will be difficult, and his son will think of his late wife. Daniel assures him he'll be okay. They go over his mother, who loves too hard. Daniel will watch out for her, while Danny focuses on the woman he loves. At Crimson Lights, Phyllis tries to make Kane feel better about what happened at the club. She wants to know how he feels about it. After some back and forth, Ashby says it was long overdue and Nina and Amy had a right to say what they did. It should have been worse. They sit, and Phyllis tells him it's hard to be an outsider in this town. Kane asks why she hates Christine so much. Phyllis insists she's not pining for Danny. It's just weird when your ex moves on.
Kane gets it.
She says it's difficult to wipe the slate clean when you've shared chunks of history with someone. She's sure he feels that way about Lily. Back at the club, Tracy and Amy discuss an old video of her singing. Tess has seen it and says Amy says a serious set of pipes. Devin teases he's always looking for new talent, and Nina pretends to be Amy's manager. Across the room, Abby questions Michael about getting back together with Victor. Thank you for being patient with him. Michael, he loves you. Michael and Danny take their places at the altar as everyone takes their seats. Daniel looks up as Christine makes her way down the stairs. He takes her hand to walk her up the aisle. He asks, "Are you ready for this?" She's never been more ready for anything. At Crimson Lights, Phyllis wonders if Kane is jealous of Danny. She gives advice she's never taken about moving on from relationships. He's not sure it's that simple. Phyllis understands that Lily is the love of his life. He says he was talking about whoever is taking up space in her head. Phyllis insists she's not pining for Danny, she just doesn't like to lose, especially to Christine. He wonders who else is taking up space in her head. She claims there's no one. Taking his hand, she promises that's the truth. At the club, Christine joins Danny at the altar. In the crowd, Nina overhears Esther telling someone she sent the bride a bouquet of flowers with mums and realizes she caused the itching, not Phyllis. Danny tells Christine how beautiful she looks and she gasps, "We made it." He never had a doubt in his mind. Michael teases, "The two of you are not alone," and begins the ceremony. Danny tells Christine she is the greatest love song he could ever write. The bug tears up as she talks about their love always being there and that fluttering feeling she gets with him. This is their moment, and it's magic. Before long, Michael seals the deal and Danny kisses his bride as confetti falls and everyone applauds and cheers.